The Bitcoin sell-off of central bank digital currency. As we have Anthony Welfare, the head of central bank digital currency partnerships for Ripple, and the tiny pie, the small tidbit from cryptocurrency. It's getting closer, so you better get ready for the bone, because we're going to talk about XRP. Please settle back as I show you this chart unwind. Now let's get started. Let us ensure that all aspects are taken care of. You know, enjoys launching into brief tirades. We won't always finish, but we'll try fill it out, and we'll discuss it in the upcoming episode. Bitcoin costs $8,699 currently. Ethereum is up 2.15% over the last 24 hours, closing at $315. The USD is currently up 75% at its dollar peg. In total there are $99 as people. The market capitalization of currencies is almost $2 trillion. What do I think is happening now that the downturn is concluding? Is this where the market is headed? Turn around and begin acting in a completely absurd manner? Not yet, since I don't think so. I believe I tweeted something late last night. According to my interpretation of the markets, there is one more decline in these markets. Everyone believes that this is it at this point here. That was the bottom. The push-up is initiated. They will, in my opinion, take the exact opposite action. I genuinely do. I believe that Bitcoin will most likely test the range of $59,000 to $62,000, possibly even $59,000 to $64,000, after which there will likely be a reversal. This creature descends once more. I believe Bitcoin will pass its final test between 48 and 52K. Altcoins will eventually run out. All will be completely slotted once more, but then it's game on, and I believe that everything will occur. This won't last long, in my opinion. Max, this is going to happen quickly. We hit the ground and are there, and after that I believe it's time to buy. What am I doing right now? It's easy. Money is not being spent. I'm watching to see whether you can achieve a $100% cost average here, since even if Bitcoin drops from $58,000 to $50,000, it isn't a significant decline. 10% give will take little more. It's not a huge difference, but you'll quickly recover it, so the dollar cost average works in your favor. I started buying cryptocurrency when I was 27. I may have had a small amount. Distinct plan yours, since you are aware of what will happen if this doesn't collapse. You receive XRP in exchange for holding. The more you hold, the more XRP you receive. In return, we're also having some fun at the Olympics. Danification with a theme. You purchase an Olympic. Finally, you might win some awesome goodies if a country or sport you are familiar with wins a gold medal. The cost is $165. You can pay with a credit card or cryptocurrency. Thus far, we have returned more than 700 XRP to the holder, and historically high prices. It's more than $2 million. Folks, I am not leaving, and neither is the NFT project. We have some major games ahead of us in a few weeks. Be patient. I've got this all figured out. As Fury NFT holders, you know the characters' weapons are firearms. This game will be developed on top of the XRP and will resemble Call of Duty. Ledger NFTs have applications in games using guns and calling cards, and a wagering system will be available. Rage, heed the warning and distribute the wallet. Reports that German estate agent salary has transferred $300 million into Bitcoin, so tell all your upset friends to get over it. Bitcoin is currently trading at 58,500 connected to the German Federal. During European hours, the criminal police office moved 513 Bitcoins. What are we seeing given that Bitcoin remained stable and Germany kept selling off these tokens? Germany continues to dump Bitcoin. We are still witnesses, is still experiencing its decline. This graphic illustrates that the German government is the one selling the pump. For those of you seeing the screen, let me magnify it. These are the sales and the destinations of the funds Krakens is using for their coin. Based on look at the wider picture here, why would Germany be selling Bitcoin? There are Cumberland flow trades. They are just dumping a crap ton of it, but it's getting heated up. So the question is, all they have done, there's something deeper going on. If Germany was aware that the price of Bitcoin was going to rise, consider what would happen if I informed you, hey Bob, you have Bitcoin right now at play. You currently own one Bitcoin, which is worth $60,000. In around 3 months it will increase to $160,000. Will you? Naturally not, since it's not as if the German government requires the funds. Of course, they could simply switch on the antiquated printer just like the US Federal Reserve does, and if necessary print more money. Thus, why do they sell something here that doesn't make sense? I believe that something doesn't add up to 100%. Max is scared because of what they're doing, and they want to get you and jolt you from your places. We have have seen happen here. I believe they will sell crashes to markets, and that's what I believe crypto was doing with my man. They will then buy in at the bottom. Let's listen to Anthony Welfare discuss his new endeavor trust, which is called VRC. A lot of the enterprise initiatives that have been undertaken in the last few years have failed, and I'm putting them in reverse order punctuation and all parties. Since blockchain didn't function, I asked, why did you use blockchain when you should have used a database? After learning that blockchain was essentially being sold as an enterprise blockchain solution, I'm not sure why you use blockchain, but when I was working at Oracle in my early positions, I was asked a question that were sort of like a flowchart explaining whether or not to utilize blockchain. One of the questions was, are you doing it? If so, then I do need this, and this. If you are not going to use a database or any other technology, then use blockchain. For the previous 2 or 3 years, I've been pretty irritated with projects that did blockchain without truly needing it just to obtain the title, when the XYZ project appears to have failed since blockchains are ineffective. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be utilized. The second thing I discovered was that if it used blockchain, it was the incorrect one. The other question I had was, I know there's going to be, because blockchains are starting to specialize in very specific used cases. For example, there's Flare, which specializes in data, and the XRP ledger, which has proven to be extremely effective at processing payments. Specializations come in many different forms these days taking place, and what I'm wondering is that I know how that goes. Therefore, it will be incredibly helpful for anyone who is at that stage of looking for a blockchain. When you begin that project, you're not really sure where your best home is. Additionally, I'm curious if you've ever spoken to anyone about it during the interview process. They realized they couldn't go back and start over after they'd come so far. Once more, I'm sure others felt they had made the incorrect decision and wished they had chosen option or rather than choice B. Why Anthony Weller is not a decent man. By watching the entire interview on the EES channel, achieved a great deal to help the ripple effect of central banks by enlisting additional central banks in the team. H-bar, here's the chart, people. Numerous individuals are giving up on H-bar. Many are sleeping on it. It's roughly 6 or 7 cents give or take. However, I can assure you that the H will soar, taking off at a speed of 60 mph. Do not sleep on the H. We're looking for a minimum of 6 to 10 times on this. You should not just follow my advice without doing thorough research. This is a really cheap investment, XRP, and it could be about to explode as legal experts unveil the SEC version of the Ripple Cass's expiration day. I'll tell you what they're talking about without even opening this page. On the 31st, even though I could imagine her doing it, July 13th is for sentimental people. TikTok, this case is almost over and a lot of people are depending on it doing so. For it to increase, will there be a slight spike in the price of XRP? I really hope that this is 42 cents. This light should go out this month, but it will certainly bring us back. Ideally, we receive a lovely little pump up to that 50C mark, which actually this is not a man's land. The crucial amount of 75 cents is what we need to witness a wild spike in XRP, similar to what happened when the SEC Ripple lawsuit ended and XRP was not recognized as security, which is what we need to see this reach over 75 cents. Flip 75, hold it and use that is our new base right now. This chart was released and many people began spreading it.